Legal team calls that search a violation of his constitutional rights, and they're demanding an evidentiary hearing. Not so fast, though. Prosecutors defend the seizure. They say the notes were obtained during a nationwide, pre-planned sweep.
You're real from the front line. You know what I'm saying? It's wicked. So you be careful.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I need you out there. You feel me?
Yeah. I hear you. Yes, sir.
This is all cap. This is cap. Now, Floyd, I don't know if Floyd Mayweather is so used to deceiving and fooling niggas that he thought he could fool the actual business insiders because a deal like this.
That story doesn't really stand up to scrutiny. It's hard to say whether Floyd Mayweather has grown so used to deceiving people that he thought he could use the same tactic on actual business experts, especially in a matter this serious. According to reports, CNN has published a troubling phone recording that allegedly ties Mayweather to a tax dispute involving nearly $400 million. The clip, which is rapidly circulating across social media, is said to capture a private conversation connecting the boxing icon to a large financial arrangement involving offshore accounts, shell companies, and assets that were never reported.
Floyd Mayweather is about to pay $2 billion to purchase a sports team and may never have to pay taxes again. The tax code offers these super wealthy so many methods to erase their income through deductions, and none is better than purchasing a sports team. Buying a sports team is like buying a unicorn real estate property. The value is always going to go up, the owner is going to make money, but on their tax return, they're going to use a strategy to report that they're losing money. See, the owner is actually allowed to write off the entire cost of the sports team against future income. This will allow Floyd to pay less in taxes. It's called amortization, which is very similar to depreciation. But if Floyd ever decides to sell the team, then the taxes will be owed. Who cares then? Because the taxes he was supposed to pay during those years, he's going to take that money, reinvest it for personal profit. See you, Floyd. Hit your boy up if you need help with taxes. My name is Duke, and I make taxes very easy to understand. Give me a follow to stay educated.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is reportedly stepping deeper into New York City real estate with a major investment valued at $42 million. The deal is said to cover an affordable housing portfolio made up of more than 60 properties, most of which are located in Upper Manhattan, totaling close to 1,000 apartment units.
The biggest flexer in the culture, Floyd Mayweather, would take to Instagram to announce that he just bought multifamily units in Manhattan for $400 million, right? He would say he got 62 properties exact, took a photo op, the multifamily units is in the back, and he would say this is money out of his own pocket.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
Bringing people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Mayweather has said the investment carries a deeper meaning for him beyond the financial side, reflecting on his humble beginnings and the importance of expanding access to housing. The portfolio is expected to receive Article 11 tax exemptions, a program intended to preserve long-term affordability for the people living in these units.
I want to talk about now, because yesterday in the New York Post, they talked about this, and I saw it on social media. I was like, I don't know. I don't believe it. But now it's like, my man, you've got a $400 million Manhattan real estate portfolio?
Not just $400 million. So it's a lot more, but that's just one of the portfolios I happen to purchase in 2024.
Wow. And that's how it's blossoming.
Well, you know, the number is growing each and every day. Like I said, the number is growing each and every day. That's one of my buildings in Manhattan. And as you can see, everything down bottom, from top to bottom I own, all the way down. And I'm truly, truly blessed.
Yeah.
Truly blessed.
You're blessed.
Floyd Mayweather recently drew attention after announcing that he had landed a $400 million real estate deal in Manhattan. However, a report from Business Insider has cast serious doubt on whether the transaction is truly connected to him.
Business world. A deal like this gets talked about. People know about it beforehand. It's something that really shakes up the market. So for this to happen and for nobody to know about it was very strange. And, it came across the radar of the experts and they did their digging and they found out that Floyd Mayweather is full of fish. Business Insider launched an investigation and Floyd Mayweather claims that all the buildings belong to him and he don't have any partners and he just purchased 62 rental units in Manhattan. At the end of their investigation, they would come to a conclusion that Floyd Mayweather claims do not appear to match reality. All right, they would say a month after Mayweather's announcement, none of the buildings have changed hands. So the owners of the building can be seen. Like, these is public records. It will say, according to New York City property records, which are usually updated within days of a sale. Several experts says a deal to sell the properties outright to Mayweather does not seem imminent. Now here's where the funny business starts. You see how Mayweather said he owns all the properties, he have no partners, right? So he got tipped off that Business Insider was doing an investigation.
Some observers believe Mayweather could be exaggerating how closely he is tied to the transaction, or framing it in a way that boosts his image as a major force in real estate. Financial experts have also noted that acquisitions on this scale are typically backed by institutional investors or experienced development firms, not a loan buyer without any clear paperwork publicly linking him to the deal.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
Bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings and it's a larger, it's part of an investment that he did on his own.
Private remarks reportedly made by people within Floyd Mayweather's camp only deepened the uncertainty, as they claimed there was no known investment partner associated with the alleged Manhattan real estate purchase. That point challenged the idea that Mayweather might have been connected to the transaction through a joint venture or a quiet arrangement with a larger property firm. Based on those reported comments, Floyd is portraying himself as the sole buyer involved in the acquisition, despite the enormous scale of the deal continuing to raise eyebrows and fuel skepticism among real estate professionals.
So a member of his team spoke off the record, and they actually tried to modify the story a little bit to get ahead of it. So it went from we own all the buildings with no partners to now their story is changing up a little bit. Oh, they reached out to the Housing Partnership, a spokesperson. Now the Housing Partnership of NYC is a nonprofit group that is a partner in a majority of these like really huge like property deals. And it helps, the person buying it to qualify for tax breaks and grants and preserve the affordability of the portfolio apartments, right? If you're buying, affordable housing, then you're going to go through the NYC Housing Partnership. That never happened, okay? So the spokesperson says the housing partnership has not been advised of any sale, pending sale, or change in ownership. Generally, the partnership will be advised of the transfer and will be party to the transfer. That has not occurred. A person directly... Now, here's where Mayweather get on that BS, bro. All right, here's where the shady business starts. A person directly involved in the deal with Mayweather said that Mayweather had purchased a small minority ownership interest in the portfolio with options to expand that stake over time or acquire the buildings in their entirety. It is not clear if Mayweather will exercise those options. The person asked to remain anonymous to speak about a confidential arrangement with Mayweather. So off the rip, he lied, right? He misrepresented it to come across as if he owns 62 units, is a $400 million deal. I have no partners in this.
That source's version of events only deepens the uncertainty around the transaction, particularly because no documentation or outside confirmation has emerged to support it. If those statements are true, it could mean Mayweather is either exaggerating the extent of his role in the deal, or that he is tied to a more complex ownership arrangement that has not yet been revealed publicly.
That's going to be their future, etc. But real estate is a great opportunity for them to, move forward, show that they've been successful in something, have that piece to stand on.
I don't know if you've seen the recent videos with Floyd Mayweather. Have you seen this where he's walking down the streets in, I think it's Brooklyn or New York, and he's doing it very softly, like, yeah, I own this whole building. Like, he owns blocks, right? So he's done a nice job with transitioning into real estate as well.
Yeah, he's made a lot of money in real estate, and all kind of as not flashy real estate. But generally speaking, buying, simple working class apartments and holding them for, 10 years. And, that's kind of the big piece of real estate is they just always go up a little bit, and sometimes they go up a lot, but they're headed up in general because of inflation. Effectively, everyone living there is paying you 20 to 30% of their income to rent from you. And, so it's a great long-term asset to hold.
And it's not always about, this term, what you make, but it's what you keep. That really, really matters.
This is not the first occasion in which Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been associated with claims of questionable financial dealings. In an earlier controversy, both Mayweather and DJ Khaled were tied to the Centra Tech cryptocurrency scandal, a startup accused of misrepresenting its digital payment business to investors. Reports stated that the company claimed to have working partnerships with major payment brands like Visa and MasterCard, even though those relationships did not actually exist. Mayweather and Khaled later faced scrutiny for promoting Centra's initial coin offering without disclosing that they were being paid for those endorsements. According to those reports, Mayweather received $100,000 for the promotion, while Khaled was paid $50,000.
How did you get Mayweather and Khaled on? How much did you have to pay them? So we had connections through Miami club scene, right? And those type of guys, you just you talk to a guy that knows them. They ask him how much they'll do a commercial for or whatever the fuck it is. And Floyd's price was $1 million, right? But we ended up paying Floyd mostly in the currency that we had made. So we're basically paying him with fake money. And we paid him $250,000 cash and then the $750,000 in Centra coins, which was fucking, who the fuck cares? And right away, he puts out, I don't know who the fuck's listening to Floyd Mayweather for where to invest, kind of retarded in my opinion, but fuck it. He puts out one commercial we sent him a fake card that was just basically one of our debit cards. He swipes it, he's buying fucking underwear with my Bitcoins, that type of fucking thing. And millions of dollars just came flooding in right from that fucking post.
He just fucking loves money.
Yeah. He'll do any sort of fucking ad. Yeah. You can send him a deal, and if you give him $1 million, he fucking...
Cryptocurrency, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what? Be the best.
Now, Sandra and John, I try to save that for you, but as you know, the champ will do what the champ wants to do.
In Bitcoin, Ray Trapani describes how the Centra Tech crypto scam allegedly made millions through false claims and misleading promises. He says Floyd Mayweather Jr. and DJ Khaled were used to promote the project and attract investors through their large social media followings. Trapani also suggested Mayweather may not have known the company was fraudulent. Still, both Mayweather and Khaled were later fined by the U.S. SEC for promoting the offering without disclosing they were paid. Mayweather paid $614,775, while Khaled paid $152,725.
Investors are accusing the celebrities of promoting a no-name crypto called Ethereum Max.
Do your homework, do your research.
I would not move forward with an endorsement that a celebrity had recommended just on the fact that they were a celebrity.
Kajenwa Moit teaches branding and marketing at Parsons School of Design at the New School.
You know, they did what every scammer would normally do, which is to name it after something that is trusted. In fact, what we came to find is Ethereum Max has nothing to do with Ethereum. It doesn't even sit on the Ethereum blockchain, but it's a way of duping people.
Floyd Mayweather has built his image around luxury and wealth, often showing off expensive cars, jewelry, and stacks of cash. That flashy lifestyle has become a big part of his public brand. While he made huge money through boxing, endorsements, and business ventures, some of the promotions and investments linked to his name have also raised ethical questions.
I'm always bringing the people into my life. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I have to bring you guys into my life on a daily basis. Check it out. Check out my view again. Once again, I should say. The Michael Jackson steps.
Mayweather settled with the SEC by paying fines, but the case showed how celebrity endorsements can make risky investments seem more trustworthy. Even after the controversy, his influence and image of wealth in sports and entertainment have largely stayed intact.
According to CoinDesk and Floyd Mayweather Instagram, he's promoting Centra Tech card, spending bitcoins, Ethereum, and other types of cryptocurrency in Beverly Hills with my titanium Centra card. This is just really so cool. And let me show you another video. Pause it for a sec. Yeah, so I wanted to show you the video. And yes, if Mayweather is showing this card, this is definitely a deal. I have invested in ICR.
Mayweather has also been criticized for his links to NFT and crypto projects that raised red flags among investors and regulators. Blockchain investigator Zach XBT alleged that he promoted several questionable ventures, including the Floyd token, which was reportedly advertised on his social media before the posts were later deleted. Those claims were seen as part of a wider pattern involving projects like Mayweather's, Real Floyd NFT, Ethereum Max, Board Bunny, and Moonshot, many of which have been labeled by the crypto community as scams or highly suspicious ventures.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweverse. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards, but this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Board Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Floyd Mayweather's flashy lifestyle and business ventures continue to spark debate. Do you see his financial moves as legitimate, or do they go too far? Share your thoughts in the comments.